Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 battle. This is using Sweetness's alternative gameplay mod, version 1.3. I'll put a link below to the very long changelog. But one feature is that you can't see the battlefield before you choose your army. You know, real-life generals didn't recruit their army on the morning of battle. They had what they had. So I need to just guess and work with it. I can at least see what the Pyrrhic army can bring, however. Good cavalry wing, elephants, the pike mod is integrated into this. Basically, pikemen are vulnerable to disorder, casualties, and flanking. They have all sorts of special cohesion vulnerabilities. On the other hand, they reduce the rate at which casualties are taken in a melee. So instead of being sort of like a brutal impact force like in vanilla Field of Glory 2, they're more of a slow pinning force. As such, they also cost less, so you can afford to actually get a line of them. So for mediums, the Pyrrhic list can bring 5 units max. We can bring 7 max. Do I want to invest in, well, cavalry? Generals are much more important in the mod. Basically, your troops can only get bonuses from either their own subgeneral or the commander-in-chief. And units cannot rally outside of general radius range. So once again, either the commander-in-chief or their own general, I believe. You start with 3 or 4 generals, you can buy up to 2 more. Let's look at the Lights Wing. 6 units for Pyrrhus, so we'll match that. Let's exceed it by a little bit. Otherwise, it's hoplites, lancers, and pikemen. Not to mention cavalry. Well, I want the veterans anyway, even though they're expensive. Get some mediums in case there's rough ground. 4 seems good. A unit of Triari. We hit accept. There's the battlefield. It is rather open with 2 patches of rough. So we'll get Italian foot and Italian foot. Triari will act to slow down enemy cavalry. And what I might aim for is just a brutal, straightforward central attack with my veterans. Maybe. I'm not sure if that'll work even against average pike phalanx. So we'll set up a wing command. And then we have 2 more units. Maybe I'll try to actually hook around. Not really too sure about what I'm doing with the mod features and such. We'll just go with it. Alright, so use deployment. not dissimilar to my deployment. We will also concentrate our skirmishers. Get our mediums in that patch of rough. And Triari will sort of bridge the gap between the mediums and the heavy line. Next turn. And we'll keep pushing towards the rough. And accept the first volley. So hopefully we can make contact on both bits of rough ground and try to sort of wrap around. Next turn. Oop. Right, get out of the way, please. Mainly doing that so I can get my lights into action. My slinger's out of dodge. Okay. So it's going to be much easier for a superior number of cavalry units to break through an infantry line like this in the mod, because infantry that have been charged lose their secondary zone of control for the turn, and cavalry can fall back extra tiles and thus get around. So this isn't a simple, unit locked in, great job well it's done, it's over situation like it can be in vanilla. Alright, so we're going to try to let the phalanx come in here and hopefully find a way to envelop it on one of the wings at least. Next turn. There's that 3-tile fallback from the mod. Yeah. Ooh. Spicy start to the skirmishing. Well, that messes with my plans a bit, so now I can't. Here, why don't you just fall back? No. Fine. It's unfortunate. Here, go over here. Lock in those lancers. It's getting a little bit awkward. Very good, I think. Actually, I have no idea, because I don't really know this mod. But we're going to pretend it's very good. Next turn. And then they'll slip past. Break this union if we can. Thank you, goodbye. Get rear charged and probably caught, so let's general up on Stati. Risk a disrupt here. See if we get pushed back. Yes. And what about you? Yes. Okay. Then here's what we'll do. I was hoping for a flank, but no such luck. Ah, very nice. So they lose their pike POA drops from 100 to 50 when disrupted. This I like. Good. Once these lights break, we'll hurl in our legionaries from the front. Should this commander be on anyone else? Probably put him on here. Alright. Like I said, in the mod, all combats against steady pikemen are drastically slowed, lowering the number of casualties and lowering the chance of cohesion checks as a result. So, we'll need all the flank attacks we can get to win this thing. And of course, while avoiding the superior Hellenistic cavalry on our own wings. Next turn. Let's see how our poor left wing fares this turn. Ooh. Held firm, too bad. Run, run! Lucked out, but this is looking quite bad. That could make things awkward. Okay, first off, we need to figure out a way to deal with this situation. I want to clear our skirmishers out of the way, thank you. Send the veterans in against a disrupted unit. I want to break them quickly. Fortunately, we're going to lose a unit to a flank here. Though we'll do what we can to slow it down. Unless I get lucky here. He's locked me in. It's pretty unlikely. It worked in a way. Double drop. turn to deny flank threat and general up, maybe? I guess they kind of both need it. You might need it more. I don't really want to engage here until the cavalry charges in. I will set up for a flank attack next turn against either of these units. I don't know how I feel about this yet. Right. Let's see how bad this is. It's pretty bad. That exposes this flank here. Okay, you need to please break. Both hold firm. Well, this unit's in more dire straits, so this being the mod, that's not an auto drop, it's just a POA advantage. Pretty hefty POA advantage, but still. Alright, let's general up and yes, hello, toss our guys in here because we don't have time to waste anymore. Both matches looking pretty grim. We'll see about this one. Next turn. Oh, that's unfortunate. This is going to start to roll us, I think. Very unfortunate. That cannot be prevented by the cavalry or the phalanx. Any cohesion failures? No. About to lose this wing then. It'll get a little bit messy with our cavalry where it is, but question is, will they engage our engaged unit or our unengaged unit? Looking pretty bad with all this happening. Next turn. Good rally. That would not be very helpful, would it? Get ready to hit them in the flank and cover them from skirmisher fire with our own skirmishers as a sacrifice. Shit. That does not help my cause. At all. Can't cross the zone of control, so we need to hopefully good. Even better. Though they did hold firm. Really unfortunate general death there. Next turn. This is looking kind of not recoverable. I'll just blame the whole thing on the death of that general. Problem solved. No, please break! If they broke, I could have gotten flanks right here. Alright, well first of all, these will proceed to go badly. Okay, next up, can we finally break this frag unit? Yes. Get a disruption. Good. It's not everything I was hoping for, but it's not bad. Do we get pushed back here? No. Too bad. Alright. Get the auto. Oh, wait, it's not an auto drop because it's the mod. Damn, I probably should have paid attention to what I was doing then. Well, instead, what do I want to do here? Zone of control lock this unit and pile on in. Why not you too? Why not? Close to auto braking there. Lost our general, so now it's an even fight in rough ground. Do we pile in? I wonder if they would push back next turn. Probably not, but let's wait and see. That's it. Looking pretty tough, but I'll do some more damage on my way down. Next turn. Goodbye, Pyrrhic. I think we have some good melees mixed in with the terrible ones, at least. Not really, I suppose. Held firm, really? Thank you. It's too late for them. Is that worth it? I'm sure that it really is. Waste of time. We have to attempt to cover our flank a little, at least. No, I think we're going to lose this match, too. Auto break. I think I just let myself get outmaneuvered on my left too badly, and it cost me. Maybe I also would have been better off with less veterans and more cheap units, because I could really have used numbers in the flanks. Next turn, getting a GG, so it looks like we get finished off this turn. I'm not really sure entirely how. Oh! Oh, right. The route percent threshold is 50, not 60 here. God, I'm not really sure what went wrong. Well, having this unit pinned against mediums was bad, and Sweetness took full advantage of his numerical superiority in cavalry here, and I had a lot of trouble preventing that due to their maneuverability and stripping secondary zones of control. There's a spot of bad luck with the general falling and cohesion checks too, but I think maybe my main mistake was keeping an even line. I think I should have weighted my right flank heavily, or anchored my flank on this forest and then weighted to the right. That could have at least slowed his cavalry advance a little bit. Or, filled the forest with medium foot, or this rough with medium foot, anchored on this lake with maybe a unit here, and then just, chilled the corner, but that's not very honorable. I'm sure there's a bunch of mechanics I haven't really understood either. I did read the changelog, but didn't read it too hard. But that shouldn't take away from a very well done victory on Sweetness's part. So, good game to him, and until next time.